Hi, ignore the hair. It's Tuesday and I didn't film it yesterday. I only filmed my outro yesterday, but I didn't do anything yesterday, so I didn't film. However, we did play Among Us last night. I mean this morning. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't read yesterday. I wanted to read, but at the same time I didn't, so I drew. I made a new Night House fan art. Nobody's surprised. But yeah, today I went to the grocery store. Grocery store. And now I'm busy putting everything away, and then I'll probably make food. I don't really know what to do now that I finished all my prompts. I have other things to read. Obviously I'm reading Bunny and Immortal Longings, but yeah, I'm kind of lost because I had structure and I don't have it anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do this week. I'm probably gonna try and figure things out for the garage sale early next month, which is on the 17th, and yeah, I'll probably try to finish Immortal Longings this week, because I mean there's only 2 weeks left. So I want to finish Immortal Longings, As Good as Dead, hopefully, if stuff is ready, and also Bunny. I'm gonna try. If I finish Immortal Longings fast enough, I might start another book with an audiobook, because Bunny I'm not gonna be able to read it with an audiobook, and like I said, I will not be able to read that bitch in one go because mother of Jesus. Son of a bitch! I'm starting to feel like watching TV shows where the ending is with David Tennant. I think it's a bad idea for my mental health. Fucking assholes. I can't. Hi, it is currently 9:30 p.m. I'm doing a lot better. As you can see, I'm not crying anymore. I'm continuing Immortal Longings and I'm exactly 50% in. I'm liking it. I don't want to say which scene, but like if you've read Immortal Longings, you know, where she is pretending to be a courtesan with Anton. You know what I mean? If you've read the book, you know which scene I'm talking about. I like Carl. Hello, it is Wednesday. I went to bed at 1:30, not that late, and I woke up at 9. Why am I so dark? Okay, I don't look like Flashback Mary. Today, I'm planning on starting Good Girl Bad Blood. I also think I'm gonna be hosting sprints today, just because my friend and I decided to, you know, start it at the same time, and then every day we will try to do sprint together on Discord so that we can literally read it together. I'm very scared because I know that this isn't a complete like sequel to it. I think it's just like a series of standalones when it comes to Good Girls Guide to Murder, that trilogy, because it's not like Truly Devious where it's just one case stretched out over 3 books. I think each book is its own case. But yeah, I don't know if I have to read them in order or if I can just, you know, read them in any order, or if, you know, there is information from the previous books, from the previous book in this book. That is going to be the plan for today. I will see when I'm gonna start it. If my friend doesn't start it immediately, I think I might just continue Bunny because it's been staring at me. I still can't get over the head exploding. Anyway, did I do all of the things that I said I was going to do yesterday? No, I did not. I did clean my apartment. I did the laundry, and that's it. And then I also ate and put away the groceries. I went to the grocery store, okay? I left my apartment. Today, I'm gonna try and edit the 3rd reading vlog so they can go up later this week. I was supposed to post the 2nd reading vlog on Sunday, but I forgot. But that's that. So yeah, today is going to be very calm because I'm not planning anything. I am waiting, however, for my birthday package from my friend. She ordered them like off of Amazon, and I think she said the books were supposed to arrive on the 24th, which means tomorrow. But I've known with Amazon, usually they say a date and then either it arrives the day before or even 2 days, because Good Girl Bad Blood wasn't supposed to arrive this soon. It was supposed to arrive Monday and it arrived Saturday. Sometimes Amazon just speeds. I mean, that's why I'm staying home, just in case, because I don't know why. For the past year, Amazon stopped making my packages be delivered with the local post office, but are delivered by Amazon themselves, which sucks. Because if I'm not home, I can't pick it up. They have to come back, and sometimes they don't come back the same day, and so then the next day I have to stay home as well to be able to receive it. It's annoying. So yeah, I'm glad this one arrived early so that I can immediately get into it. But yeah, I'm waiting for those 2 books. I don't remember which ones. I know there is The Phantom of the Opera, which is a classic that for some fucking reason a couple of months ago I wanted to suddenly read The Phantom of the Opera. I've never watched or read anything of The Phantom Phantom of the Opera at all. But then I, you know, read the synopsis and I kind of got the gist of the story and I really wanted to read it. But then when I went on vacation to visit my family, we watched A Monster in Paris, Un Monstre à Paris, with my mom. And I mean, that was one of the movies I've watched so many times as a kid, and I'm so happy it's trending on TikTok because it deserved all the hype. But I realized this bitch is inspired by the Phantom of the Opera, so I know it's a story I'm going to love because I love ghosts and I love like places that are haunted but not necessarily like scary. You know what I mean? Like haunted places, but it's cute. I don't know if I can call the Phantom of the Opera cute from what I've seen and heard, but you know, it's not like a horror story. You know what I mean? It's just like haunted. It's cute. If it's not terrifying to the point where I have to stop because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to sleep, it's cute to me, okay? There's no in between. It's either terrifying or cute. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Okay, so I'm back again. I forgot to mention that yesterday I did finish Immortal Longing. I literally finished it last night. Just, I think over half of the book I finished in that night. I mean, at first I was like, okay, is this gonna pick up because I'm not enjoying it? Like, I was already like 30-ish, 40-ish% in and I was not enjoying it. And I was like, okay, it's Chloe Gong. When I first read These Violent Lights, I was also kind of having a hard time getting into it. So I think that's just like a Chloe Gong writing thing. So now I like know that it's a regular thing. It wasn't just in These Violent Lights. So I was like, okay, let me just continue reading just to see where it goes, right? And then I get to the part where Kala and Anton team up, which I think was perfect. Them teaming up was perfect because then the book really picked up and it started, you know, getting better. I ended up giving it a 3.75 star because I mean, it was good, it was fun. I mean, it was Chloe Gong, so obviously I like the writing style. I, you know, can see like the plot and everything, and I'm excited for the second book. Like the ending, the last line, I knew it, but at the same time, it's criminal that she dares answer like that. That is actually criminal. That is actually evil. When I finished it, I was like, okay, don't just focus on the ending. Focus on the thing at whole to read this book. And I was like, okay, it's not a 5-star for sure. And I feel like a 4-star would be overrated. But then I was like, 3 stars is a little too little. So then I was like, okay, let me just put it at 3.75. But now after it being like a couple of hours, you know, I've slept. I've woken up and I just remembered the book and I was like, because I read it on my Kindle while listening to the audiobook, but I mainly listened to the audiobook because I was also doing other things at the same time. I was like, would I reread this physically to annotate it properly? And the answer is yes. Therefore, I am moving it up to a 4-star because me thinking I would actually reread this is always a plus, because if it's a book that I liked but I wouldn't reread it, then automatically that doesn't add a star for me. But the fact that I do think I would want to reread it is an extra star, like extra couple of points for me personally. Just the feeling of like, okay, I would reread this to revisit it and like know more what the fuck was going on in case I missed something, and to see if I would like it a second time around, because I liked it enough the first time to be able to reread it to see if I would like it more. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? I'm probably just explaining things. I want to make sure you understand what I mean. So it's a bit later. Ignore the hair. I just came back from the post office from dropping off an Etsy order. But I just came back. Very warm. If you can't hear me, hold on. Let me close the fucking window. There we go. Okay, now I look like a Teletubby. But anyway, so I just came back from the post office. I dropped off an Etsy order. Now, I was thinking of starting to edit the video, but I think instead, I'm gonna start sprints to start Good Girl Bad Blood if Steph is ready. Otherwise, I'll probably just read Bunny for the first couple of sprints. I'm nervous. I mean, I'm this far into it. I'm barely a quarter of the way in. I definitely made some progress. I read about 40 pages after I DNF'd it. So yeah, I'm excited but also terrified to continue this book. Does that make sense? Because Insane Women, that is this book. Hi. Today's Saturday. I highly doubt I filmed anything yesterday, but that's fine because I didn't do much. I wrote a lot. I continued writing. I pulled an all-nighter writing until 6 a.m. and then I went to bed and then woke up again at 11 and then I continued writing. I did continue Good Girl Bad Blood. I'm almost halfway through. So I think I'm gonna try and finish this today because according to the audiobook I only have like 3 hours left. So I'm gonna continue Good Girl Bad Blood. I'm gonna try and finish this weekend just because next week is the last week of August, sadly. And so I think that after this one I'm gonna take a break from reading because of August. So then the last couple of days of August I think I'll just simply be, is it Saturday or is it Sunday already? It is Saturday. I wasn't silly. So yeah, I'm either going to try and finish this today or tomorrow. So yeah, I at least think I'm gonna like try and get like 2 hours, an hour and a half, yeah, like an hour and a half of this book done, so that then I can just try and finish it tomorrow. And yeah, because next month, September, is gonna be a busy month for me because on the 17th I got the garage sale, and then the weekend between from the 22nd to the 23rd, no, from the 21st to the 23rd, I think I have Artist Alley, and I still have a fuckload of things to do, so that's going to take up most of my month. I'll probably try and film some more during September. I'm probably gonna try and do like one reading vlog 1 week of September, 1 week every month. I think this month was just kind of special to get me started with reading vlogs just because of the readathon and everything. But I think for the following month I'm not gonna do it like every single week of the month because that's gonna be tiring. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe 1 or 2 reading vlogs a month depending on what I do. I'll definitely film the process of me working on my Artist Alley display because I am going to order the display itself now because the one I made fell apart. And yeah, and I'll probably also film the whole going to Artist Alley, the setting up and everything, how things are going. I'll definitely film the journey and everything there just to record as a diary sort of thing. So yeah, I don't think this will be the last update because I'm almost halfway through, so I'll probably continue updating Good Girl Bad Blood. However, I'm almost halfway through and it's not as attention grabbing as the first book was. That's something I noticed. Like with the first book I was like, I can't just sit here and read all day. With this one I need to focus, you know, like I need to force myself to focus and stay with the book, which didn't happen with the first book. So yeah, hopefully this gets better because I think I just expected too much of it compared to the first book because the first book was awesome, it was amazing. So I think I was like, I'm gonna get the same for the second book, but the second book is a continuation of it. Like I thought it was going to be like a standalone series with each of their own cases, which they are, but they are a continuation, like they're follow-up. So yes. So yeah, I think now that I know that, I'm gonna try and keep that in mind and just not put as much pressure on the book to be as good as the first one because sequels are usually not as good as the first ones, you know? So yes, I'm gonna I'm gonna stop talking now and continue reading. Okay, so I'm on page 199 and I'm halfway through the book, about halfway through. The guy might be dead. But you know, there is this part on like page something. I think it was, hold on, let me check. For me, it was on page 189 where there are like Instagram messages and they are creepy. Like this book, this Holly Jackson, I'm gonna say this without any hesitation, Holly Jackson should write horror mysteries because some of the like scary parts that she adds in her books are generally chilling. Like there was this one, and it's not even like very big, it's just like some instances where the character is doing something or like is thinking and something creepy appears and then we move on and it's never talked about again. But like in the moment itself, it's creepy as hell. So I would like to see Holly Jackson write a horror mystery, plain and simple. I think that would be really cool if she could just like a murder mystery like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but make it horror, like supernatural. I think she could do it, to be honest. Or like just like thriller, like extreme thriller, because she could generally terrify me if she tried, because some of the creepy parts that she has in her books are chilling. So yeah, now I'm going to eat some lunch, probably drink some soup, and then I'm gonna start editing the third reading vlog because I still haven't started, and I want to upload that one either tomorrow or Monday. So yeah, I'm sprinting by myself to read and then also edit at the same time. And yeah, I just said I might not read next week and like not film anything just to take a break from reading, but I got a couple of books that I generally want to read, so we'll see if I actually hold myself to that thought or if I generally just start reading again, because I might just do that. Yeah. Ça va? Viens là. Viens là. Hey. Allô? Viens là. So I just continue reading Good Girl Bad Blood. Almost done. If you read this book and you get to the point where a old case gets mentioned, like, you know, an old name, like a name, an old case gets mentioned, it is a real case. Don't look it up because you will spoil yourself. I did spoil myself. However, did that mean I saw the plot twist coming? No, I did not, because suddenly everything connects to the first book and to earlier and to like small little details from earlier in the book. Like it all connects. And I fucking forgot about them. I shouldn't have forgot about them. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna pause on this. I only have like, how long do I still have left of this book? 48 minutes. So I think I'm gonna charge up my battery and I'm going to film myself the reaction of this ending because the plot twists are rolling in, okay? They're rolling in. Pip is a badass. I love her anger. I just love it. Robbie is best boy. I love this guy. Max, I hope he either gets murdered or gets viciously hurt. Anyway, that's the update for now. We are currently sprinting. I'm hosting sprints on Discord because I need to finish Good Girl Bad Blood. My battery finished charging, so it's now fully charged, so I can film myself reacting to the ending of this book. I can already feel my jaw is gonna be on the floor because before I stopped reading, I was on chapter 38 and already everything was connecting. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan. A bunch of people are joining now, so I'm kind of nervous. Bitch. It's only 11:30 and I'm already going insane. I'm scared of this ending because right now things are connecting not only to like the beginning of this book but also to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Like events from Good Girls Guide to Murder are still relevant now. Like something that happened directly related to this story, specifically to this case. I was like, so you mean I have to pay attention to literally everything and remember literally everything? I thought we were starting from scratch, but we are not. So yes, I'm pretty scared. So yeah, I'm gonna set up the camera and just film myself reacting to this ending, because I decided to start filming my reaction because you see that tab right there? The little red tab? Yeah, that one had me on the floor. My jaw on the floor. So yeah, that's when I decided, okay, I need to prop up the camera again because it's gonna be a little comedy moment. So yes, that is what I'm gonna be doing. I finished it. So remember when I said I don't think I like this one as much as the first one? I'm about to hit past me in the face. Why am I so close? There, better. So yeah, I'm gonna hit my past self in the face because what do you mean this one is less good than the first one? No, it is not. It is just as entertaining and it is just as mind-gripping as the first one. I love Pip's personality arc because the first book is literally called Good Girls Get the Murder because she was a good girl, but then in the second book, Good Girl Bad Blood, now I get the title because Pip has some rage issues and I fucking love it. I fucking love her. I love it. The way she snaps, I never expected, ever. I was like, oh, fucking rip their throats out, and she almost does every time. And I'm like, oh, I like her. Because for some reason, I have Pip and Stevie in my head at the same time. Stevie from Truly Devious. And Stevie isn't like the fighter type, right? I don't think I ever remember her yelling or like raising her voice at anything. She's very much just like an awkward teenage girl that like as soon as like someone annoys her, she just like gives them at best a death glare, you know, but never actually like pulls out the fists. Pip Fitz-Amobi, on the other hand, I think she could throw a couple of hands if you really pushed her to that limit, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And I love that in the first two books we have the title that has Good Girl in it, like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and then Good Girl Bad Blood, but then the third book is called As Good as Dead. So I know the rage is gonna keep building up. I hope Holly Jackson does the same as Maureen Johnson did with Truly Devious, where we have the main trilogy that follows each other, but then we've got standalone sequels to the series. They can just like read a part of the series and just like read them in any order. Because I need more of this girl, okay? Just thinking that the third book is the final thing we'll see of Pippa Fitz-Amobi, I cannot stand it. No, I need standalone sequels. I need more, okay? I need more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish the trilogy this year. I'll probably buy the third book for next month and read it next month because I just need to. Yes, I absolutely love this. I keep thinking about how people always say that you're either a Truly Devious girly or a Good Girls Guide to Murder girly. I think I'm in between. I love both for different reasons, because they are similar but also pretty different. So I love their similarities but also love their differences. You know what I mean? Like if someone were to put both of these in the same like book, I would absolutely enjoy it. Like I hope this series and Truly Devious happen in the same world, and at some point both of these girlies meet each other and just go fucking crime fighting together, because I would love to see that. I hope Maureen Johnson and Holly Jackson write a book together that is with Pippa and Stevie in the same book. I hope that is like just the standalone sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, where it's Pippa and Stevie together and it's written by Maureen Johnson and Holly Jackson, where it's a dual POV and Stevie's POV is written by Maureen Johnson and Pippa's POV is written by Holly Jackson. I think that would be so fucking cool. I need that. Also need Holly Jackson to write a horror mystery, or at least a thriller. A mystery thriller. These are kind of thrillers, but I need a thriller that is generally chilling to the bone, because there are some bits and pieces in her books that are generally terrifying. To the point where I'm like, do I need to put this down? Or because if I don't, I'm not gonna sleep. Is that what's happening here? Luckily not, but at the same time I'm disappointed that it's not, because I need Holly Jackson to scare the living bejeebies out of me, okay? Yes, so it is currently it's a quarter before 1 a.m. We're still sprinting. Am I going to sleep? No, I am not. I think I'm going to continue editing now and maybe pick up another book. I'm going to see which one I'm going to pick up. I'm going to grab a TBR and then we'll see what I'm going to do. I also still have Bunny to read, but am I going to read Bunny in the middle of the night? I don't think so. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab a bunch of books that have been on my shelves for a while and just put a poll on Discord and see what I should read. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and while I wait for the votes to come in, I'll be editing. I think that's gonna be the plan. So yes. Okay, so this is the TBR. Obviously I'm not gonna try and read all of these tonight, but these are just books that have been on my shelves for the longest, except for the Phantom of the Opera, which is a book I just got for my birthday, and it's a book that I've been wanting to read for a couple of months now, and I can't get it out of my head, and it's still, you know, I finally have it, so it keeps glaring at me. Okay, I just need to read. So yes, this is the only one that isn't like a long-term book on my shelves. Then there is Blood Heir by Emily Wen Zhao, which is a book that I've had on my shelves for years now. And I don't know, I think I remember what the plot is of this, because I know I read the synopsis a couple of times, but I just never got around to reading it. Because it has snow on the cover, I always associated this with winter, but then during winter I feel like reading other stuff, and then I never got around to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting this on my TBR until I actually do read it, because I need to read this, okay? I've heard nothing but good stuff about this series, so why haven't I read it yet? That's what I'm wondering. I'm sprinting on Discord, and Kenzie just asked me what time it is, and I say it's 1 a.m. and then she's like, oh, it's the Delulu hours done. Yes, they are. Especially because I just finished Good Girl Bad Blood. So then next on the TBR is Bone Cries Dawn, which I read the first book 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I don't remember, but yeah, it's been a couple of years, and I've never gotten around to reading the sequel. This one hasn't been on my TBR for as long as some other ones on this list, but I still want to finish this duology, okay? Did I love the first book? No, I did not, but I own the sequel, and I liked it enough to want to read it. I'm wondering if I should reread the first book first to kind of like stir the memories again and see if I liked it enough to actually continue this. Ali? Yeah, I'm starting to speak Flemish now. Yeah. So I think I'm rereading the first book to see if I like it enough to read the sequel. Am I blurry? I think I am. I was. So yeah. Yeah, and the other people in the chat on Discord, it's only 6 p.m. for them. It's 1 a.m. for me. Gotta love it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put this one back and actually grab the first book. So then I could, you know, instead of read this one, read the first book first, and then see if I actually want to read the sequel or not. I do remember relating a lot to one of the characters in this book, and I think the sequel is actually about that character, which at first she was kind of like a side character-ish, and I think now she is one of the main characters. So yes. The next book is, I don't know if I should pronounce this with a French accent, Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor, which again hasn't been on my TBR for years, but I've been wanting to read this for a long while, and I've been putting it off for a long while. So yes, it has a magic hotel. It has hotel in the title, and it's a fantasy. So I don't need to know anything more. You know what I mean? Anyway, then there's Divine Rivals, which I highly doubt I will start tonight, but it will go on my September TBR, because this book, I've been eyeing it for years. Okay, I rarely heard of it, and yet it's considered like very popular within like the horror genre, but I rarely hear anybody talk about it. And the first time I saw it was in a Halloween spooky season book recommendations video, and it stood out to me, okay? Like, it sounded awesome. And then I never bought it. Then I bought it and I still haven't read it. And I think that I watched that video in like 2020 or 2019. So it's been a couple of years. So I think it's time I finally dug my claws into it. Then there is Take a Hint, Dani Brown, which I read the first book earlier I'm dyslexic. I read the first book earlier this year and I liked it a lot. I cried a lot. If you haven't seen my videos on that, please don't, I mean, go watch it to support, but don't go watch it. And I know that that Dani Brown in this book, the main character, she's bisexual, so queer representation, and I liked the first one way too much, and I heard nothing but good stuff about all three of these books, so I want to continue the series. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this up just because it looks lighthearted. Even though I don't wanna, I'm not in the mood of something lighthearted. I'm in the mood for more murder. That sounds awful. But yes, but I'm still gonna put it on the TBR just so I have it near me. I know that I thought of reading it and it's near me, so if I'm still intrigued by it, I'm gonna pick it up as soon as I can. So yes, then there is A Question of Homes by Brittany Caballero, which is the fourth and final book in the Charlotte Holmes series, which I've been reading over the past 4 years, 5 years. I've read the first book twice, and then I continued the series. I read the third book last year, and then I never picked up the fourth one. Apparently the series was supposed to be a trilogy, but then Brittany Caballero added the fourth book later on, and this is the conclusion. And I really need, I want to keep reading the series, but I don't want it to end. I don't want there to be a definitive end. That's why I think I never picked this one up immediately, because just the thought of, okay, there is more, was enough to keep me happy. But if I read this and there's nothing after, what is there to keep me happy? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it on the TBR just to show that I've considered reading it again. But I don't want it to end. Like, I love the series to my core. Like, you do not understand how much I love the series. I'm tempted to show how heavily tabbed the first book is, because it's unseen. Okay, it's my most tabbed book I own in my collection. Okay, like, it's insane. You can't even see the pages because of the amount of tabs that one has. But anyway, yes, it's here. And we've got The Midford Murders, again a murder mystery by Jessica Fellows, which has been on my TBR probably the longest out of this entire list, because I first bought this book in Dutch, but then I really started to consider reading it, but I didn't want to read it in Dutch. You know what I mean? Because I don't like reading in Dutch, and I only bought Dutch books at the time, but then I started reading in English, and I realized I like reading in English, and so I only bought books in English. And then this book, I didn't have it at first in English, but then I found it in English, and yeah, now I really need to read it. Apparently it's a huge series, like, it's very long. I think it has like 5 to 6 books, if I remember correctly. But yeah, anyway, I think it's 1920s murders, 1919. Okay, so almost 1920s. So it has like the right vibes. Okay, I love the 1920s. I just do. And having a murder mystery happening in the 1920s, fuck yes. So yeah, this one has been on my TBR the longest, and I really need to get to it as soon as possible. And then finally, Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This one has been on my TBR for the past 2 years. Yes, I bought it when I first moved back to Belgium, and I still haven't read it. I was considering selling this copy and then buy it in paperback, just because, I mean, recently I haven't been liking the looks of hardcovers. I've been liking the look of paperbacks a lot more, as you can tell by the stack. But yeah, this one has been on here for the longest. And the thing is that I think at first I used the excuse of, oh, nobody knows when the sequel comes out, and I heard nothing but good stuff, so I'm like, if I really love it, I don't want to be waiting 5 years to get the sequel. But now the sequel's out, so now I'm using the excuse that the third book hasn't even been announced and nobody knows when the third book comes out. And since it took so long for the second book to come out, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get invested. But we all know that even if I read this, God knows how long it'll take me to get to the sequel. So yeah, but I think it's time. I either put it on this year's TBR or I get rid of it. I think it's just that time that I do that. Like if I don't put it on this year's TBR, I will just get rid of it and then buy it in paperback or on my Kindle if I ever do want to read it, because she's kind of chunky and she's taking up space. So yes, so that's the TBR. The sprints are about to end, so I'm gonna continue my rant in a second. Okay, so I woke up at 1 p.m, which but last night, early this morning, 5 in the morning, I saw this app on TikTok, which is kind of like a mental health-ish app. It's called Finch, I think. Finch. It's a little birdie, and essentially it's just like reminding you to do like basic little goals for the day, and every time you finish it you like get rewards, and it's really fucking adorable. It's just like this little birdie, and then you have like the goals here. And tell me why, because of this, I brushed my teeth, washed my face, did my bed, cleaned up my apartment a little bit, and did fucking exercises because a bird told me to. I don't know what that says about me, but yes. It is 44 euros a year, so I might just pay for it. I mean, I'm not one to pay for apps because I think it's ridiculous, but this one, there is only a 1 week free trial, and then you have to pay 44 euros a year, not a month, a year. So that's not a lot in the long scheme of things, and it's really fucking adorable. So I think I'm gonna try it this week until the 3rd of September, and then we'll see if I want to start paying or not, because maybe by then I've made up my own little routine and I don't need the app. But it's really cute, and I think it's really funny that because a bird told me, I literally spent half an hour doing stretching exercises, which I haven't done in 3 years since I stopped dancing due to COVID. I think I'm also gonna set up an alarm that's earlier than like 9 a.m. because otherwise I'm gonna keep skipping it, and I skip it all the way to 12 p.m. and that's not good. So I think I'm just gonna put up a daily alarm that is like 8:45. Yes, there we go. So yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet today because I woke up literally after lunch, so I think I'm just gonna snack on something and wait for my chicken to unfreeze, and then I'm gonna eat lunch, I guess, very late. But yes, that's the plan. I did finish Good Girl Bad Blood last night. I didn't continue reading. I put up a poll, and like the majority of the poll was voting for Legendborn, but I didn't feel like picking up Legendborn last night, so I don't know what the poll is at right now. I know there was a lot of Legendborn, The Diviners, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and then also one for Blood Heir. So I'm gonna see how things are going now. So yeah, 15 votes for Legendborn, 5 votes for Take a Hint, Danny Brown, 2 votes for The Diviners, and 3 votes for Blood Heir. So I think that's gonna be my TBR for next month. I think majority of, I have a audiobook for 3 out of the 4 of these. So yeah, I think that's just gonna be my TBR for next month. I think I'm also just going to add the Midford Murders and A Question of Homes because it's September, so I feel like reading something a little spooky. Then also because A Question of Homes involves school, kind of. So yeah, that's gonna be my TBR. I don't know if I should make my TBR now already, and maybe also already film my wrap up, because there's no way I'm going to finish another book within the next 4 days. And I think I'm just gonna start. I think I'm gonna start Legendborn just so I finish it, just so I can read it, and then I'll just simply, count that one as a book for September. So yes. Since it is Sunday, I don't think I'm going to update anything else, so I think I'm gonna end the video here very abruptly. But yeah, today's plans are a bit goofy because I wanna see what happens when I finish all the goals on the app. All I have left is take a shower, step outside of my home, literally survive the day, which yes, just be. Put away one item that is not in its place. I'm sure I did that already. Let me check that. Step outside once, do one thing that makes me happy, set goals for tomorrow before bed, 5 sit-ups, and avoid mindlessly using TikTok. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for the weather to get better and then maybe step outside for a bit, maybe go buy some foods and whatnot, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope this app is gonna make me a bit better because I will be struggling a little bit. So yeah, let's see if a bird can fix me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to film a reading vlog for next week just because August ends 4 days within that week, so I think that reading vlog would be very short. I will maybe just film if Mel reveals another part of the readathon, because up until now we haven't heard anything else, not as far as I know. So I think I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and if there is nothing else if there is nothing else that happens, I'll just simply not vlog next week, but if there is, I will vlog that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I don't know how to do reading vlogs. I don't know, especially weekly reading vlogs, because usually when I watch reading vlogs, weekly reading vlogs, they always have like everything that a person does during the day, and it's very aesthetically pleasing and like it's fun and interesting. I think I just exposed myself for being ridiculously insane. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna, like I said last night, I think I'm just gonna do like a reading vlog once a week, once a month, or twice a month. I definitely think I'm gonna post another reading vlog in September for the Artist Alley. I think I'm gonna film that. So yeah, I think I'm just, because I still haven't edited my new stickers, the photos I took for my Etsy shop. So I'm gonna edit those pictures and I'm gonna upload them on my Etsy shop, and then I'll just, what I'm gonna do. I think I'm also gonna start like gathering together all of the stuff I want to sell for the garage sale, because I got a lot of stuff. And then finally I can have maybe some space, finally. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna start Legendborn later. I'm going to finish editing the 3rd reading vlog and then also get started on this one, the 4th one. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan for today. I don't think I'm gonna do much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe and all the other YouTube stuff I'm supposed to say. Links will be in my bio. I'll also link Steph's YouTube channel in the bio because she also has a YouTube channel. I will leave Kenzie's Etsy shop, because she has a new Etsy shop, also in the bio. You should go check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.